In the sky, gazing far into the night. Raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. Baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you?
Oh my, oh me oh my, can you believe this? All that lovely background music there. I hope that you guys can actually hear me now. I hope that you can. Wait now, hold on, I'm just checking this on my phone here because I was having another couple of technical difficulties. So I can hear the music. It's all this new technology. Hold on. Oh yes, you can hear me. That's fine. As long as you can hear me, that's okay. Let me just put that bit down so I don't have to hear it as much. That's good. Oh gosh. I love technology. I love technology so damn much. And what the problem there was I don't know actually. I think that I switched the microphone off in the OBS part of everything, which is a bit crazy. But it just means that I was, what's the word I'm looking for? Just means I was talking a load of nonsense for the first couple of minutes there. I was actually talking about the flyer here for tomorrow's show, because we don't have a DJ, we don't have any musicians. It's just going to be Mojax Happy reading the Gruffalo in Old Scots. Yes, there is actually versions of this particular book done in Old Scots, which I find quite amusing. What on earth is that? Honestly, my children are watching something over there just now, and on their whatevers, and it is loud. It's very loud. Right, so you're going to have to keep me right tonight, please, if that's okay. First of all, I need to know that you can hear me okay. Right, there is a 40-second delay from when I speak just now until it reaches you guys in YouTube land. Okay, so because this technology is all a new experiment, right? I'm kind of looking at the stream live on my phone in front of me at the same time to monitor it. My kids are looking at it over there. I'm sure that Barry as well in the background is probably, he can't speak just now, I've got his mic muted. I might just bring his mic up so he can speak to us at the same time. 1 wee second. Righty ho, is that the right channel? What one's that one? That's I think that's me. Right, that's good. Barry, can you hear me? I don't think he can. Oh no. You're just taking the piss. Yeah. God damn it, man. That's crazy. I could hear you breathe in. I could hear you breathe in there. That is not funny. That is not funny. Well, it is. It's hilarious. I love you, man. I can't see it. Hang on a second. I can actually put you on. Yes, I can see you now. Everybody else can't, but I can see you in the transition screen, which is good. Okay, so it's COVID Chronicles tonight. This is our kind of our news program where we keep a look at a wee look at the COVID stuff. But there's too much going on in the world to just stick to the virus, and I've got two fun news articles to discuss with the Barry, which we'll bring up in just a second, and then we shall stuff. Go and stop thumping, please. Yeah, you don't give me your excuses. You're making everything shake in the house, kiddo. I love my children. What are you doing? He's belly crawling past so he doesn't come up in the camera behind me at all. Crazy. Right, so what we said hello to Solway. We're ignoring Barry because he's cheeky. Vertuzo's there as well. Thanks, guys. Thanks. If anybody else is in the live just now, just come and say hello. I want to just say thank you so much for always coming back here and supporting me. It's nice to have people. Like I keep saying, we're a tiny little stream, and we have a tendency just to get a couple of new viewers every couple of weeks or things like that, and I quite like that. I like that because it means I can interact with people on a personal level. If we've got thousands of people watching us, yeah, that can be fun, absolutely, but I think I'd shit my pants if I had that many people, to be perfectly honest. There we go. Who have we got? There's Mac. Hi Mac, how are you today? Mac Gabby. You've been once or twice before. You're from across in my brother's channel. I've spoken to you when I've done the Sunday show with him. I'm glad that you're here. It's nice to have you. I will give you a great big whoosh, high five on the camera there. Okay, so what we're going to look at first. Let me just bring in Barry first of all as well, so you can see how we look at Barry on the screen as well. Hello, sir. Stop picking your nose. No, it's not. You're chewing your nails. There you go. You are officially now on the camera. Yes, you are. You can't tell. Okay, you can't tell because it's now a new setup. I still use StreamYard to capture you. You have to have the actual live stream up, but bear in mind it's like a 40-second delay before you actually see it, which is a royal pain in the neck. Which is fun. Right, so how's your week been? Very long. Yeah, it has been. It's been a weirdly long week, you know. Done anything exciting? You say no. Every day is a Sunday, which is funny that you say that because should have by a week on Sunday, a week this Sunday, poetry book number 2, and would you believe you've just said the actual name of the poetry book for during the COVID Chronicles, during the COVID crisis. That is exactly what I'm calling it. Every day's a Sunday, because it's all about how do you actually get on with things, you know? Crazy. What? You can't hear Barry? Hold on a second. May I ask, can everybody hear Barry? Okay, because Alia is saying she can't hear him. Hold on, I will put up the volume on here, and hopefully... hold on. We've still got music playing in the background. We don't want that music playing in the background. Hold on. We need to get that stopped. 1 second. This is the unprofessional side of not being able to hear the music. So let me go back to solo cam just now, and I can switch that music off, and it is going off. That's good. Right, excellent. I think it's because you can hear the Chinese music, Alia. That'll be going off in about 40 seconds though. This is all an evolution because there's so many buttons to press. I can't get used to it. Can't get used to it at all. Right, so we should be okay now. That music will go off in a second. I can see myself coming up. Then we can transition back to the Barry in a second or two too. Right. Okay. Barry, can you say... Yeah, good. I'm just waiting for you to say something again, just so I can hear if you come up in the camera. You say something again and again and again and again and again and again. Hold on. Hold on. I'm watching it. I'm watching the whole stream here. Okay, hold on. Right. Okay. Let's see if you say hello. This is the 40-second delay stuff. Can you say? Yeah, good. I'm just waiting for you to say something again, just so I can hear. Hold on. Come up in the camera. Hold on. Say something again and again and again and again and again and again. Hold on. No, I don't think anybody can hear you, good sir. We had this working earlier on today. This is ridiculous. Right, okay. This could be just the Mojax Happy show. You know that? Tonight, which is not a bad thing, but I'm going to try and fix this on the hoof as well. Because when I tested it earlier on, it worked fine. So let me just quickly go. This is all a proper evolution of trying to make sure that this new technology that I'm using is working okay, right? So let me just go into StreamYard just now and go to the audio and go to the speaker. The speaker is correct, right? So let's go to that one there, and that seems to be all up for voice. Yep. StreamYard and Vio 3, yep, everything seems to be fine, and that goes to B3, which is there. And why is that? See, I can hear Barry okay when he speaks to me. All right, so I'm just gonna ask Barry to speak in a second, and then I'm going to ask you guys if you can actually hear him, because. Which is, there you go. Yeah, professionalism is at its finest, Morgan. Thanks, pal. Thanks. You know, I'd like to see you push all the buttons here. Okay, I'm only joking. So it's just a funny thing. Yeah, I saw history repeating itself on the television the other day, Matt Gabby. I did. It was on the History +2, or was it +1? I don't know. So there we go. So Barry, if you can hear me just now, please. Hopefully you can. Can you just say something? And everybody, after I've spoken here just now, I'm going to go silent for about 10 seconds, allow Barry to speak, and then I'm going to ask you, did you hear him? Alright, because that way I'll know if it's working or not with a little tweak that I just did. So Barry, can you just say something random that's not random, please? He's not there. He's gone. That's okay, I don't mind. I miss him already. Hold on. Are you there? Are you there? There. Browser can't access my devices. That's pretty shit. Hold on. Nothing coming through now. Right, okay. This is super duper weird. Okay. Start camera. Unmute. I don't know what's happening. I tell you what, let us just go while we're fixing things here just now. We will just talk nonsense, because that is what I'm good at doing. I need to bring up this. Listen, you guys are awesome for being so patient with the new tech. Streamlab is brilliant. The good thing is you can hear me, and you can see me okay on this. I am just going to quickly reboot StreamYard and then take it from there. Get that plugged in. It won't take long. I don't really want to miss out on Barry's opinions. We were having a good chat about what was going on in America before we came on the air. So hold on, we need to do the camera and microphone. We don't need the webcam, but we do need the audio. Blue Snowball, that's fine. Are you working? Unmute. Yes, that's working. Enter the broadcast studio. And yeah. Okay. Bring Mo in. Can you hear me now, good Barry? Hold on. Unmute Barry's mic. Can't unmute it because Barry's got it there. There we go. You can hear me, right? Good. That's where we're halfway there. Barry can hear me. Now, all we need to do now is get it so you guys can hear Barry. All right. Okay, let's see what is missing. What is missing? Right, let me do one more click. Barry, I think you'll be fine to speak now. Give it a wee shot. Let me just check the thing.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for waiting.
There you go. Oh my God. I tell you, this has got to be the perfect personification of a VHS brain in a digital world. We can now just sit back and let the Barry show take over.
Don't kid yourself. You've never been upgraded to VHS.
Yeah, no, I'm still on what's it called? Those funny reels, Betamax, and that's even a what's it called? An upgrade from it all. Right, okay. What was wrong there was, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be totally honest. Yeah, good. I just got the thumbs up from my sound technician lying on the couch there, my daughter, who's monitoring the stream, saying, thumbs up, she can hear Barry. What's up? You can go to sleep now, yeah. She's been waiting to hear Barry, just to be on the safe side. Right, this was, Barry, you're going to laugh at what the problem was. Everything was fine. I just had your mic muted in OBS. You're not getting, yeah. Yes, I know. Ridiculous. Okay.
Just send my cat over to help give you a hand.
Yeah, your cat would be able to do it without even having opposable thumbs. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right, listen. Okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to take center stage. Thank you for being so patient. I know that we've now been on for 18 minutes and we're only just getting started. So, wow. What a loser. That's all I can say. What are we going to talk about? We were going to talk about what's going on in America. And basically a couple of articles around that sort of thing. So Barry will be speaking in the background as well, quite happily, and we will bring him in when he switches his camera on and he's not pointing his finger laughing at me, because I deserve it, to be perfectly honest. I truly deserve it. Right, I am going to quickly bring up the first little article of today, which is, where is it? There, it's great. Okay, this is quite interesting. Donald Trump has been removed from Snapchat's featured, you know how they have features and things like that of people that are quite famous and everything. Snapchat says it stopped promoting President Donald Trump's account. As a result, it will no longer feature in the app's Discover section. The firm said it would not amplify voices who incite racial violence and injustice. The decision follows Mr. Trump saying that vicious dogs and ominous weapons would have been used on protesters if they had breached the White House fence. Now, people need to understand that at the end of the day, they shouldn't actually be trying to invade the White House unless it's a full-blown revolution sort of thing going on, right? So expect a retaliation. It would be like somebody trying to invade the Buckingham Palace, which is, you know, people have breached that before, or something like that. I get why they would want to defend, but, you know, radical violence, you know, wow. Radical violence and injustice have no place. And what was it he said? Something that vicious dogs and ominous weapons. Vicious dogs. That's crazy. It's such a damn shame. You know, there's. What do you think of that, Barry? To be perfectly honest, what do you think?
It's kind of Darwin at work, though.
What do you mean?
It's like, well, I know. Let's invade one of the most heavily armed places in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, okay.
It's like you know, protesting against buses, walking out in front of a bus and then getting upset when it actually hits you.
That makes perfect sense. No, it's right though. I mean, I think it's going back to what we said. We were having a discussion the other day about how Twitter stuck a thing on their thing about fact checking Donald Trump. Okay, and
well, they've done more of that recently.
Have they? Tell us.
Yeah. Twitter accuses Trump of making false claims. It was posted 9 hours ago on BBC. Social networking post an article flagging 2 disputed statements
Mm-hmm.
in one of the president's tweets.
Uh-huh.
And it's great that they're fact-checking, but A, they're not fact-checking everybody,
Yeah.
and B, who's the judge and jury of this?
Exactly. No, I agree with you. I think that it's going back to what I was saying in conjunction with that, right? Which is, excuse me, straightforward. Can you still hear me okay? Because my mic cable was a bit slipping. Right, good, shut up. Right. That never gets old, by the way. I don't have a problem with fact checking, but I agree with you that if you're fact checking one, you have to fact check all politicians. But then politicians need to be held in a higher standard for telling the truth, to be perfectly honest. They can't go around talking shit all the time. Only in election years, possibly, making promises and being flamboyant, maybe. But lies are one thing, and fact checking is definitely something else. But long and short of it, I can't believe that he's been chucked in. I'm going to have a look at the rest of that article just now as well. Just bring that up 1 second. There it is. There, good. Right. So, what else? There we go. Right. Nice. Let's go. See, it's a BBC article. Look, it was the BBC that said it. Snapchat stops promoting Donald Trump's account due to violence. Oh, look at that.
You got a lot of irony in that, though.
Oh God, yeah, I know. The BBC.
The BBC bringing up a fact-checking article. Yeah, all right.
Zuckerberg accused of setting dangerous precedent over Trump as well. Yeah, I remember reading that as well. It's to do with like freedom of expression or something on the website. The president subsequently signed an executive order seeking to curb legal protections offered to the industry. Wow. So basically, tit for tat Trump is turning round and putting legislation in place that's going to make it difficult for people like this. Wow, that's incredible. Here we go. Here's a wee tweet of his there. Amazing. Have been greeted with the most... I've been greeted with the most vicious dogs and most ominous weapons I've ever seen. That when people would have been really badly hurt, at least many Secret Service agents are waiting for action. We put the young ones on the front line. Sir, they love it, and wow. I don't know. You know something? It's just one of those things, okay? When it comes down to things about Donald Trump, I know that he's loved by so many people in America, and I know that he's like despised by so many people in America as well. And it's I think that he should have stuck to television, doing his show. I thought that was he was a bit of an arse there, but at least it was entertainment that was harmless. What was it called again? It was like the American version of
The Apprentice or something,
Apprentice,
wasn't it?
The Apprentice, yeah. Crazy.
But the big rumor is they're gonna go after his taxes as soon as he leaves office.
Oh dear.
Apparently, there's footage of one of Trump's numbskull children blabbing in an interview that yes, we've got most of our money in Russia.
Wow. That's really scary.
Which is a whole different conversation in itself.
Oh yeah, completely and utterly. You don't want that to happen. I mean, if their money's all in Russia, I think it'll be protected, which is what they want. But it kind of shows, a terrible angle when he's criticising Russia if the money's all held up there. Wow, crazy. Right, I'm going to have a quick look down at the little chat bar down the side. I'm not used to having such a big window on the world here just now. Let's see who's chitting and chatting and being patient with my fingers and freaking toes on the technology tonight. We have Happy Pickles and Morgan Riley. Solway, we said hi to Nyla's in the house. That's great. Hi Nyla, hope you're feeling good. Mac Gabby, we said hello to. Living Dead Doll, how are yous? Who else? Local Bottom, I said hello to you earlier on. Sarah Ledbetter in the house. How are you tonight, my lady? Good to have you. River Song. Good grief, we've got quite a full house tonight. That's amazing. Listen, thank you guys for all coming to to visit me tonight, which is good. Barry, do you have any articles you want to talk about? We've got that one about the ringed fence to look at as well.
I've got several hundred. Where do you want to start? Like the two police officers who were caught on a now viral video that's gone through Twitter, assaulting members of the press, specifically an on-air Channel 7 Australian news crew, have been given desk jobs whilst they're investigated.
I think I've got that on your Twitter link. Hold on a wee second. Let me just go and find that just now. I won't take a second. So what happened to them anyway?
They were sitting filming it, and then a lot of the times is there's no violence as such. It's just people chanting, and admittedly they're goading the police, which is, well, they're allowed to. As long as there's no actual unrest, there's no reason for the police to take action. Unfortunately, the cops seem to be just randomly charging at people. There's multiple footages everywhere of, like, they'll grab one person from the crowd who's maybe trying to organize something, or maybe trying to get the crowd to unite under a specific thing. Say, you know, even if he's trying, there's one of them, he was talking peacefully. And the cop, sure enough, the cops singled him out, grabbed him and maced him, and then took him away.
That's incredible. I don't get that.
Yeah, and Bethesda got caught out big time.
Okay, what happened there?
Bethesda changed all their social media avatars to the rainbow avatar.
Okay.
Which is lovely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, except for Bethesda Middle East, they just stayed the same.
Oh, really? Oh my god.
Yes. There's somebody from Games Nosh on Twitter posted, and it's like Bethesda, Bethesda France, Bethesda Brazil, and it's like, and then Bethesda Middle East, black, because we're not going to support it. I was like, well, sorry, but either you support it or you don't. It doesn't fucking matter if the locals don't like it. You've got to make a stand behind it. And it's like, you're just full of shit.
No, it's unbelievable. There's so much going on, so much wrong with everything that's happening. I mean, my son even turned around, and this quotation of what's going on in America is, "America's on fire. What do you think is going to happen, Dad?" And I was like, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't see. I mean, you've got National Guard units siding with, like, the protesters and things, I believe. Is that right? Have you come across articles for that?
Yeah. The National Guard aren't sworn to protect Donald Trump or the president. They're sworn to uphold the Constitution. Right. The president is an office of president, and they're there to support the Constitution and protect the people. Yeah. And they're saying, no, this isn't what we came here to do. No. This is not our job, and this is entirely wrong. And, you know, depending who gets in next after you, we could all be for the fucking high jump after this.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, when you look at it, like, see, our equivalent of the National Guard is a territorial army, but they are part of the forces. They're not like a unit stationed within a state. You know, I mean, you might have local boys. I mean, I was a Royal Marine, and then I came out and I was in the Territorial Army. I joined that because I quite enjoyed the lifestyle. But it's not like, yes, it's regional, but we could be sent to be part of any particular force. Usually it's something that we've trained to be with. But it's not the same as in America, where the National Guard is kind of regional. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, please, American people. When the National Guard, you wouldn't expect, like, the Californian National Guard to move in and do things in Nevada unless it was kind of requested. Is it kind of like a state militia type thing? I get it. I'm not too sure. I know a little bit of understanding for it. I didn't know, like, when Barry was saying there, I didn't know that it was, like, kind of signed up in the way that there wasn't an oath to the president. I didn't know that at all. But, you know, That's one of those things. So correct me if I'm wrong in the chit chat, please, and we'll have a wee chat for it. Actually, there's just a little comment come up there just now. Solway Firth. I want to live in Edinburgh Castle. Yeah, it's good, and a lot of people are talking about Scotland there. Listen, talking about Scotland, right? When I guarantee you that the first time that I can stream out there in the big bad world away from my blue glowy lights and my snowball mic, okay, it's going to be much easier technology for me to use because it's only one button on the phone. I promise you, Barry, okay? I promise you it'll be easy for me to do it. But I'll be able to stream...
Place your bets, everybody. Place your bets.
You're a funny guy. So, no, it's going to be a straightforward get out. And the first place I'm going to go to is I'm going to go to the absolute pinnacle top part of Edinburgh Castle, start the stream from there, and then walk down all the way down Edinburgh Castle, showing you the sights as we go along in a live stream. Because... well, as soon as the castle opens, that is, as well, and as soon as I get to the appropriate amount of people that are subscribed to me to allow to do that. When Scotland reopens, I guarantee as well that a fully charged power pack and my camera phone will be going everywhere to do, impromptu live streams, because that's what it's about. Okay, they're laughing at you and placing bets now, Barry. Honestly. My credibility is ruined, man. I didn't have any in the first place. Yes, I know before you said it. Okay, I beat you to it. Yes, I know you too well. Right, there was another little article we wanted to look at and discuss tonight. Again, unfortunately, it is about Donald Trump again. Can't help it. He's a target tonight, apparently. But it's let me see. I'll show you the now. Here we go. It's to do with this fence that they've erected around Trumpland, the White House. I get why they want to do it. What does it say? A fitting image to mark the end of his presidency. A vain, confused, furious man alone in a bunker under a darkened White House, surrounded at last by his fence and his wall. Wow. What are your feelings about that, good sir?
Who pays for that? And did he get Mexico to pay for that one as well? Or it's complete moronicy. I just don't get it. I mean, there's nothing like showing the world that you're absolutely petrified. Yeah,
it's probably been. I don't know whether it would be of his direct order doing that, but it's certainly there's going to be some sort of contingency that may be been out of his hands to pull that together. But I don't know. It seems the White House is supposed to be a fortress. It's supposed to be the pinnacle, the emblem of the presidency as a whole. It's like it's the palace for America. It's the place, it's the top end of political places in the world for alleged freedom. Okay, I think it's a beautiful building. I would hate to see anything happen to it again, but I get it. It's like that. What they said in the article, he's now surrounded by his fence and his wall. I mean, he's talked about that, and it's quite funny what you said about Mexico paying for it. But I don't know. I think it's the empathy in me again. You can slap me about later. I kind of feel a bit sorry for the man. Not for what he's done or what he said. I kind of feel like, wow, did you bring this on yourself? You silly boy.
There's footage that I watched from Young Turks who reported on this, and they cornered a whole bunch of senators, including Mitch McConnell, and asked them, do you think Trump's overstepped the mark? Do you think his actions were appropriate? Do you think the police were out of line? And every single one of them just kind of walked past. McConnell wouldn't even look.
Wow.
McConnell's basically just a little poodle.
It's crazy. It's good. Listen, you just said something about the police there just now. I'm going to ask on a scale of... I've done scales of 1 to 10 for things before. This is for everybody in the chat, all right? And it'll take 40 seconds to come back. on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, yeah, I kind of agree with the way the police dealt with it, and 10 being, oh my fucking god, they're lucky that they didn't get lynched in the street by the public. Okay, how do you actually feel about the way the police have handled everything just now? I mean, I know there's been some exceptionally good peaceful protests in America as well. We only kind of see the whole lot of the negative ones. I've got a friend on Instagram that's out there in Virginia, and he was walking through the streets, and he's posted it on his feed, and what I'll do is I will go and link that into the Radio Apocalypse Instagram, the story there, so you can go and have a look at this thing. It's very peaceful, and I mean, he's a very peaceful guy anyway, but long and short of it, there's been good protests, but there's been not so good ones. Matt Gabby's gone straight for 10. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think it's been pretty shit.
It's bordering on 11.
Bordering, yeah, and you know that I don't go to 10s for anything. It's always 9.5s, but I've kind of like stepped right over that mark, you know, that mark of 10. And yeah, I would maybe even go beyond 10, because some of the stuff that I've seen is crazy. I hope wherever you guys, like friends in America just now that are watching this, I really hope that you're okay. I really, really do, because you know, I get worried about people. I can't help it. You know, it's just one of those things. Just one of those things.
There's also a propaganda movement. It's being called
a propaganda. That's brilliant. Propaganda,
which is basically false positive stories generated by the police to say, "Hey, look, we're not bad guys after all."
Yeah. Okay. No, there's some good cops though. There are some good cops.
There are.
You know?
But unfortunately, they stay very, very silent about all the bad cops.
That's because they're too scared of the bad cops.
You work with these people day in and day out, and you don't know who the bad bastards are, and yet you do fuck all about it. I'm sorry, you deserve to get fucking taken out with the rest of them.
Yeah, I completely agree. A couple of comments about there just now. Solway and Nyla both say 10 as well. We're all in the same boat here. I hope that the good cops rise to the surface when all the bad cops, you know, are put away, because they need to be put away. The funny thing is, talking about being put away, my son discovered in the past sort of like 48 hours, as he's been reading articles about this, about the prison population in America as well, how there's private prisons. I think we've got one private prison in the UK, but he turned around and says, is prison actually a business in America, Dad? And I went, and so it's in their best interests to actually put people in jail. So how do they do that? It says quotas. They need to fulfill quotas for tickets and for crimes that people can be put in jail. And it's getting similar to tickets and things over here as well, Barry, for stuff. Other things in the chat there that jumped out just now was Morgan Riley saying, I truly believe that the police force needs a total overhaul and a complete retraining. I hope that all the police that have shown brutality get fired and arrested. Yep, I totally agree. We've got some brutal police over here, but nowhere near as extreme as what we've seen across in America. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like not any fun whatsoever, to be perfectly honest. Yes.
Did you know, in America, it takes longer to become a hairdresser than a fucking police officer?
Yeah, that's just unbelievable. Right, hold on a wee second. Pickles is saying, my dad was forced into medical retirement from the police force in California because he tried to expose the bad cops in his department. That is a hell of a story, Pickles. That is something that that would be worth telling on a greater scale. Obviously changing the names to protect the innocent, but that's wow. You could make a movie out of that. That could be like a 9 o'clock special, sort of like.
That's basically Serpico, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. Maybe it was. Maybe.
There's also a lovely story. If I can get rid of these spammy fucking adverts. I've also sent you a link to it. Okay. Oklahoma sheriff quit his job.
Okay.
He said he got in from a day's work with his riot gear, took it off, dumped it in the middle of the living room floor, and he says he's too ashamed to touch it and will not be going back.
Wow. Let me just bring that up just now. 1 second, because I need to take you off the camera to do such things. Not that I don't like your face or anything. You're a handsome man. But I'm still getting used to having to toggle between windows to do this. Eventually,
Flattery will get you everywhere.
of course it will. Of course it will. Right, let's have a look. Oh yeah, Oklahoma. Wow. Right, okay, let's bring that up. Let's see if that works.
I believe there's a video of the guy speaking.
Let's see if I can find that video further down. Oh yeah, there it is. Right. Right, okay. Let's just take a second because we need to move that. No, do you know what? I'm not going to play the video. I don't like shuffling the screens around. It means that, yeah, nah, it's not going to do it for me. We'll just come back to you, Barry, and I'll read the article directly instead. That'll be much easier to do. So yeah, exclusive: Oklahoma police officer quits his job to join Black Lives Matter. A protest after being barred from taking a knee, but sheriff's office says he'll never ask to kneel and was never a sworn-in cop. Is that the one? Or is that a different one? No, that's come up for a different one. Oh no, there he is. Oh my god. Yes. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll grab that footage and we'll play that another time for it all.
Jimmy,
without doubt.
Another YouTube channel that if people want to keep track on some of some of the most outrageous shit in all of this is Jimmy Dore.
Jimmy Dore. What's Jimmy Dore?
Yeah, Jimmy Dore's got tweeted this one. It's a police armored vehicle and people are blocking the road with their protest. And he literally just gets on the horn and says, "If you don't move, you will be dead."
That is nuts. I don't get people. Yeah. You know something? I kind of feel naive when I read these things. I think to myself, have I just lived as a dad too long? You know, have I just avoided these articles? I don't really want to go down dark, deep rabbit holes of craziness and negativity, but this is something that's on the surface. This is in the real world. This is actually happening. This is like, it's not like other crazy stuff that goes on in the world that you don't hear about, like the Madeleine McCann thing, you know, which we could talk about again in a minute as well, because that is something else. But long and short of it, it's frightening. And then the world is looking in at America. They're looking in, and they're thinking, "What? Why aren't you doing anything, Donald? Donald, what? Why aren't? Where's the leadership? Where is the leader? It's like over here we've got Boris Johnson, and he is a bumbling idiot. Okay, of the first degree. You know how I feel about this man. But during the whole of the coronavirus crisis, where's he been? What's he been doing? Has he showed any sort of like anchor hedged sort of leadership? Look, we have got fortitude. We can do this. We're going to do this in a very positive way. Nah, he's talked shit. The only statesman that we've actually had in this country, in these islands, has been Nicola Sturgeon. And I had a conservative voting friend of mine say the other day there to me, I mean, we're talking complete raving Tory here. And yes, I've got raving Tory friends. And she turned around and she said to me, the one thing that I truly hate about this COVID-19 crisis is how good Nicola Sturgeon has looked. And so many people have felt the same way. She is just like full of empathy, full of sincerity, and full of like assertive direction for being able to try and protect us as best as she possibly can. It's kind of crazy, but that's politics.
Going through a whole bunch of other stuff, semi-related to this, if I just find that. The LAPD are notorious for being the worst fucking police in America.
Wow. Is it any Californian, Los Angeles people in the house tonight that can confirm how terrible these people are? Crazy.
I mean, there's film footage here of the LAPD chasing down teenagers whilst leaning out the window, shooting rubber bullets at them.
Holy crap. Here's something interesting, talking about rubber bullets as well. It's another interesting thing from my son. Okay, he was saying, Dad, did you know that we manufacture rubber bullets and tear gas and send it to America? I said, yep. I says, it's quite a big export business from the UK, even though America make plenty themselves. He says, why are we doing such a thing? I says, because they're all pals. You know, it's just a great way of making money. Hey, we're having some riots. Do you want to send some more rubber bullets and tear gas over? You can make a fast buck. You know, it's crazy. He's just had his eyes opened to the way the world makes money. He was thoroughly disgusted at private prisons. I'm sure that I saw in the side chat somebody saying that it's one of the biggest dollar makers for the Republican cult. It kind of caught my eye. I didn't mention it before, but it is. It's kind of friggin' crazy time. But that's the way that it is, you know. Right, I think we've got time. If you've got anything else you want to discuss that is kind of like, oh my god, wow, before I kind of move on to something positive that is coming up tomorrow in the shows, and a kind of a different direction for different things. Well, not a different direction, just something I want to try out to get things off my chest. And we'll finish up with that. But is there anything you want to express further, good sir? Oh, hang on, we've lost you. Is it your mic or is it my mic? Are you there, sir? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Oh, you're there now. Right, good.
You know the one about the African American jogger Ahmed Aubrey who was shot?
No, tell me.
He was jogging through a white neighborhood and they fucking shot him. Didn't recognize him, thought he was obviously a burglar. Well, apparently, while shooting him, one of the white men who shot the guy used a racial slur. A judge has just ruled that there is enough evidence to try the suspects for murder.
Wow. That is amazing.
They're fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you know how sports...
Which ones?
I don't want to conform to cliches, but if you play sports, chances are you're playing it because you're not a fucking great talker or academically achieved. So shut the fuck up.
Oh, who said
especially
something?
on social matters. New Orleans Saint quarterback Drew Brees says, it breaks my heart to know the pain that I have caused following his opposition to the NFL kneeling protest, and is now begging forgiveness.
Oh, wow.
It's got nothing to do with this entire fan base saying, get this fucker out our team.
Yep, I think that's probably got a lot to do with it, you know.
I'm sure it's not related to that whatsoever. I'm sure that's
crazy.
Completely by the by. And
Insane.
It's like a research has discovered that a pandemic of racism led to George Floyd's death. Wow, I'm so glad you got a fucking group of people working on that one.
Do you know what gets me is why has it been left so long to actually... We're not dealt with it yet, but why has it been left so long for anybody to try and do something? I know that there's been lots of protests in the past with violence towards the African Americans and the obvious sort of singling out as a racial group. I think it's disgusting. I really do. I find it incredibly triggering sometimes when you read about it. But I think what's happened just now, because there's been other protests in the past and nobody's taken anything really seriously as such. There's even been like big riots and things, but this is the entire world looking at America. This is like the whole country is kind of on fire because of this. Do you think it's because everybody's had time to think more? Because they've been locked up in their houses, that they've had time to move away from that insular coffee shop lifestyle that basically makes us jaded to the world as a whole. I mean, I look around our own part of the world and I see people being more open to other ideas and more conversational because of the coronavirus. It sounds ridiculous. Because of the quarantine, they've got time to reflect sitting back in their houses. I don't know whether that's just an opinion or something, but it could well be. Oh, look, there's Robert Scrimminger. Good evening, sir. How are you? It's good to see you. Anyway, sorry, back to what we were saying.
Yeah, I have some very quick burst ones for you.
Okay.
Germany are shortly to require all petrol stations to provide electric car charging.
That's pretty good. That's
awesome. Something we should probably be doing here because it'd work wonders for such a small geographic area.
I think it's on the cards for Scotland in the next 5 years.
I mean, it's great. But I have street parking, so yeah, unless you actually are going to provide posts at all street parking areas.
There's nothing stopping things like that happening where you could have like a point on the curb. I mean, there's jobs for the next 10 years basically putting these things in.
There was a plan to adapt or start adapting streetlights.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it as well. It was street lights with points along parking spaces, and something like it's like a tube that would stick into it and plug in, so it keeps it kind of watertight, so you don't have like the chances of the water going in.
Dropbox are working on their very own password manager.
Really? That would be handy.
Yes, unfortunately, I wouldn't touch Dropbox with a barge pole.
No.
Guess who's on the board of Dropbox?
Go on.
Condoleezza fucking Rice.
Wow. Did you know? I'm pretty sure that Condoleezza Rice was on Blue Peter, the kids show, many, many, many years ago, as a child genius. Because she is a child genius. She was a child genius, and I'm sure she was on it. I had an incredible recollection of it all, of her being on about that. Listen, tonight has been great. It's been good to have a chat. COVID Chronicles being our kind of weekly news rant. For everybody that's never been here before in Radio Apocalypse, we have a tendency to sort of like have a bit of fun. We're quite a positive channel. On a Monday, we do a thing called the Round Table, where we, after the weekend, we've watched a movie, we talk about that. And this weekend, it's going to be the Back to the Future trilogy. Okay, I actually have half a flyer made for that because I've been busy making another flyer for something else that we'll talk about in a second. So, watch party this weekend for all us wonderful people in the Discord, or anybody that wants to join us, is go away and watch all 3 Back to the Future movies. Get totally juiced up on that, and then join us on Monday at 10:30 at night so we can sit, discuss it and dissect it. And if anybody wants to come on the show and join in, please just get in touch through Radio Apocalypse Instagram, or basically if you're part of the Discord team, you can certainly mention it to me there as well, and we'll talk about what you need to do to join us. So yeah, Barry, thank you very, very much for being with us tonight. I really appreciate your time as always. You keep me right, and you're very good at taking the utter piss out of me, and I love you for it, man. You're a good man.
You're trying to praise me for doing something that's so easy.
I know. It's easy. It is. I'm an easy target, and I've got a thick skin. It's a good job. I fucking love you. I swear to God. Right, I am just going to switch your camera off now so I can talk to everybody else. Thank you. Barry's a good guy. We think he's great. I'm even going to mute him just now. No, I'm not going to mute him because then he can take the piss out of me with his deep breaths and sighs in the background. So yes, straight up this weekend, watch party weekend, go away and watch the Back to the Future things. Now, something that we've actually talked about in Discord as well was Snowpiercer as one of the movies for the place for watch party weekend. It's a great movie, but has anybody been watching Snowpiercer on Netflix? It takes it to a next level. It is phenomenal. So before we even touch Snowpiercer, I want to finish the television series. That series on what's it called? On Netflix, because it is remarkable. And I'm going to talk about it lots. But tomorrow night. Okay, tomorrow night is going to be a special night. It's not as exciting as Mr. Bones doing his DJ thing, but what we're doing is this. Check that out. We are doing our usual open mic night where we will have fun rants and piss taking of everybody, but tomorrow night I am going to be talking and about the Gruffalo. I'm going to be actually reading the Gruffalo, and it's going to be in Old Scots. Hold on. And I am so well organised that, check this out. Hold on a second. This is one of my baby's books. I'm going to actually be able to read the story and show you the book. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? I'm not showing you any of the book just now, but we will be able to look at the pictures as well. Oh, yes, I have 2 cameras. I actually have 3, but I'm not got that third one up there yet. But we will be doing the Gruffalo. We are going to do the Gruffalonius, the Graffalonium, the amazingness of the Gruffalo in Old Scots. We will be doing it. I have done this before on Byte, and let me just say that I did it over the space of about 4 weeks. Every couple of days, just a couple of pages. Tomorrow night I will do the whole thing, and hopefully I will not get a copyright strike for having a book on display. Alright, so I'm kind of testing it tonight by having a book there just now. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna have a bit of fun with it, and I will basically create that stream just now. It'd be great. Just go and share it around. Let people come in. If you've got kids, I promise you there will be no swearing tomorrow night. If you want to play this back to them at a later time, I will make sure that the boys are curbed with their potty mouths. It might be difficult though, because they're the boys. It's been good fun tonight. I really enjoy this. I quite like this technology. I think, apart from the technical glitch of me being a complete noob at the start and not switching Barry's mic on, I didn't even know that. You know that? It was my daughter that said. She was being my sound engineer in the corner. So apologies for that. Lessons learned. We will get much better and a bit more slick with everything. And I'm quite excited.
When we were testing things earlier on, he actually got stumped by the any key.
I couldn't find it anywhere. It was unbelievable. There's not a fucking any key here. Alright, I'm still looking. I've got a full-size keyboard. Right? And there, look, top-down camera.
The big one.
Look. Can you actually see an any key here? Look. Can you see one? Can you? No, it's not there. It's not there.
The camera on, I might actually help.
No, you can't see it anyway, because you'd have to look at the stream, because that's the way the technology goes for this. I'm sorry, technology has to go this way. There will be a time that we'll be able to have the stream all put in. Yes, I'm being asked about Slenderman. The kids are away back to their mums this weekend, alright? So Slender is definitely on the cards, because it shouldn't be a problem to do it. Oh. What? Are you speaking to me? And you want me to play Slenderman this weekend? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, my second youngest son says, yes, you must play Slenderman, Dad. You must play Slenderman. So, every time I use Streamlabs from here on in, it's a straightforward, massive evolution for me. It's a massive learning curve, and by the end of next week, we should be quite cool at using it. I'm even checking the processor has managed to get it. It's okay. The memory is only using 38%. We're not touching 100% on the processor. When I was using my laptop before, we were using far less intensive software than what Streamlabs is and what we've been doing tonight. So a big thank you to Barry for the technical upgrade. I truly appreciate this. It's just now I have to get my head round the technical upgrade, and then we can all move forward. So yeah, that's us done. I'm not going to ramble anymore. Barry, thank you again tonight for being here. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody? No. Okay. That's fine. He's probably
Goodbye,
awake.
everybody.
Yeah, you just have to put it in your own time. Crazy.
Yes.
Good. Right, I'm going to switch you off now. Where's your microphone? StreamYard there, bro.
Oh.
You.
Please.
I know, that's crazy. Right, we are off ski and we will be back in the morning. I'm just going to go and make sure that the morning stuff is all right, so we don't have technical difficulties for the morning, and I will stick post-it notes quite happily all over my screen to say, remember to switch the fucking mic on. Solway says, you're the man, Barry. You're the man. We'll be in Discord. I'm going to be in Discord in about 5-10 minutes, so if anybody wants to come and hang out, you can come and hang out, which is good. Alright, so I have no outro music. That is the other thing I'm working on tonight, so you'll just have to put up with me waving goodbye. Speak to you later. Thank you for coming in.